Hey guys, welcome to a quick movie reviews. Sorry I'm not talking very loud. My throat's pretty scratchy, so can't really talk really well right now, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Um yeah, I really didn't want to do these quick movie reviews as much, but it seems like I'm doing a lot of them this year because I just don't have the time to do individual movie reviews, even though I've done a few. Um, these ones I just didn't have time to do individual videos for, especially some of these. Like, all the reviews have been out for these films, so there's really no point. So I like to do individual movie reviews for films when it's hot and fresh and stuff, and like if I've seen it in like its opening day or at least in its opening couple days and stuff. So um yeah, I'll just do quick movie reviews. There's only 5 films I'm gonna be talking about, and yeah, I'll try to go in depth on one of them because there's a certain movie everyone wants to hear my opinions on because everyone's been talking, like asking me like what are my opinions on the movie. So that'll be the last one I'll do. So anyways, first movie is a movie I know no one saw, and that is Jean-Claude Van Damme's The Mercenary. The Mercenary is not a great movie, but it is not a terrible film. Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually very good in the movie. He's actually funny and enjoyable, and he actually kicks a lot of ass in this film. I'm not a Van Damme fan, but I really liked him in this movie and that other one he did, what is it called? John JVCD, I think it's called. Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. This one is a little goofy, and the plot is a little stupid, but Van Damme is really good in the movie, and he's very enjoyable. And again, he does pretty good action scenes, and I don't know, he's just a better actor as an old man, I guess. Now, he was never a good actor to begin with, but he's pretty good in this movie, and there are moments I really, really liked. There are a lot of moments that are stupid and drag, but the movie had no need to exist, and I actually had fun with some elements. But it's not a very good film, but it is entertaining, and I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It's fine film, and good job Van Damme for doing something decent. Next is the movie Stillwater. Stillwater was a good movie with a lot of problems. Stillwater is directed by Tom McCarthy, who's a filmmaker I enjoy. He did Spotlight, which is a great film, and he did Win Win, which is also a very good film. He also did The Cobbler. Anyone remember that one? This movie stars Matt Damon, and he's like a blue collar worker, and he's going to this foreign country to rescue his daughter, who is locked up in prison, and he's basically out to try to prove her innocence and stuff. The movie talks a lot about some political stuff and some social commentary in some countries and stuff, and some of it is done really well, and some of the writing is done very, very cleverly, and Matt Damon is very good in this film. He gives a very good performance. I think he's the only one that's really strong in the film, but it's good. And there are elements I actually thought were very, very emotionally well done. And there's some moments that actually genuinely felt bad for Matt Damon's character and his daughter. And there are some scenes that are legit powerful. And there's some interesting conversations people have in this movie. But there are a lot of moments that drag. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, and there's some moments that really just don't need to be in the movie. The ending is also a little silly, and the movie wraps up in a kind of weird, neat little bow in a very clumsy way without spoiling it. It's not a very good ending. I don't know the story of this story. I don't know much about it, but it's a pretty silly way to end this film, and I think this is a true story, and if that's how it ends, that's how it ends, but it's a little weird. It's a movie I probably not watch again, but am glad I saw it, but I definitely would not see it again. I would recommend for people to see it once, but once is all you need. Stillwater gets like a 7 out of 10. It's a good movie, but it's not great. Next is the, oh my god, I almost forgot the title. It's like The Last Forever Letter or something. That movie. I'll put the poster up. I literally watched this movie like a week ago, and I forget everything about it, and I even forget its title. All I know, Shailene Woodley and Felicity Jones are in the movie, and all I thought the whole time watching the movie is that, wow, Shailene Woodley used to be a talented actress, and now she's in crap like this. This movie was awful, and I can't remember almost anything about it. And I literally watched it from start to finish, literally like 6 or 7 days ago, and I can't remember even the title. It's not very good. It is a very boring romance film with neither good writing or solid direction or even decent performances by its talented cast. Felicity Jones is wasted. Shailene Woodley is gives a really hokey performance. The ending also, like Stillwater, is a very stupid ending. The movie just reminds me of like this like Hallmark TV movie that what it probably should have been. And yeah, it's not very good. I give it a 2 out of 10. Really bad film. Terrible film. Next is Pig with Nicolas Cage. This movie looked really stupid. I will fully admit I was not on board with this weird pig movie, John Wick pig movie. But I watched it because people were praising this film. Everybody was talking about how great Pig with Nick Cage is. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird, but sure. I finally got to see it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very fucking good. And it is definitely the best movie I saw out of all these movies I'm going to talk about. It is the best one. Nick Cage is legit great in this movie. Very good in this movie. He does not even do his Nick Cage craziness like he does in all his films, especially like Mandy or Face Off and stuff. He is legit a good actor in this movie and gives a legit great performance, and probably one of my favorite performances of the year so far. He is terrific in this film. The movie is also very well directed and has a terrific cinematography and a very gripping score. It is very emotional sometimes and very brutal sometimes. It has a very good pace. It isn't overly long. It doesn't overstay its welcome. And it has a very satisfying conclusion. And I legit loved it by the end of the film. I'm like, why did I love this movie? This movie shouldn't be good. The title of the movie is called Pig. And it's about a man and his pet pig. Like, this is stupid. But it's not. When you watch the story and find out what it's really about and what the meaning of the film is, it's fucking really good, quite excellent, and definitely one of my favorite films of the year. And I enjoyed a lot of it, and I can't wait to actually watch it again. I'd give it an 8.7 out of 10. It's a very, very good film. Now, the movie everybody wants me to talk about, The Suicide Squad. I watched it I think a day or two ago. It's a good movie. It is a very good movie, The Suicide Squad. I was not on the hype train, actually, with Suicide Squad. I wasn't. It didn't blow me away, the trailers. Even the R-rated trailers and the bad language and the violence. I'm like, we've seen it before. We've seen R-rated films. We've seen R-rated comic book films with, like, Deadpool and Logan and stuff. We've seen this kind of comedy before in Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's just James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy, but R-rated. Like, there's nothing about this movie that's going to blow me away. And after seeing it, I stand by that. Nothing in this movie blew me away. But that does not take a part of what it really is, which is a very good movie still. I may have not been blown away by the film, but it's still a very good film, and a very well made film, and very, very funny, and very entertaining. James Gunn is a very good filmmaker who can make a good story and get you very invested with its characters. The movie opens up with a joke. There's this. It's hard to talk about this movie without spoiling it. The movie's opening scene opens with like one big joke, and it's very funny. I can't spoil it, but it opens with something, an introduction to something, and it's all leading to a big punchline, and it's a very funny punchline. And right after that punchline, I'm like, okay, this movie is going to be very funny and very enjoyable. Suicide Squad has a big cast. Like, come on, yeah, Idris Elba, John Cena, Margot Robbie, Sylvester Stallone, Viola Davis, like big cast, big cast. And there are moments where some characters are overlapping other characters and they're focusing on characters you don't care about, and I don't know, like there is a lot of people in the film, and I get putting a lot of characters in your film. It can get a little overwhelming, and sometimes it does, but it works for the most part. Bloodsport is a very good character. He's like the leader. He's almost Deadshot 2.0. And Idris Elba does a very good job in the film. He's actually better than Will Smith. And I actually like Will Smith as an actor more than Idris Elba, but Idris Elba is very good in this film, and he is better than Will Smith was in Suicide Squad. Um, I'll just say some problems I had, actually, just before I talk about all the positives, which are more. There are more positives. I still am not on board with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. I don't know why. Um, I think she's okay. I didn't like her in Birds of Prey, and I didn't like her in the first Suicide Squad. And in this movie, she is better, but I still am not on board with this Harley Quinn. I don't know. I'm not like a huge Harley Quinn fan. Maybe it's because she's like so overpraised in our pop culture that's almost kind of annoying just to just to see Harley Quinn just annoying. And I don't know. I always thought the best Harley Quinn was still Batman the Animated Series, and what Paul Dini did with that character is really good. She's fine in this movie, but there are a lot of jokes she says in this movie that are very unfunny and very irritating. And her accent, her little weird accent she does, is always obnoxious. It is in all the films and is very obnoxious in this movie. Um, I also thought the final action sequence, as big and bloody as it was, I wasn't really like on the edge of my seat. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, what's gonna happen and stuff. Like I kind of knew what was gonna happen, and it was nothing that blew me away. Even a character's death that happens, I kind of saw this death coming, and some people thought it was really sad. I thought it was okay. It wasn't that emotional. I enjoyed the character, but his death didn't really like bring me to tears like Iron Man in Endgame or something like that. Another thing, there's a couple moments in the movie that are a little draggish, and again, when it comes to James Gunn's comedy, his comedy doesn't always hit. Like even in the Guardians movies, which I like Guardians 1 and 2 more than this movie, but even in some of the Guardians films, not all the jokes land. It's the same in this movie. There are some jokes that I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny. And there's like people like, oh my god, it's the funniest shit ever. Like, not really. But yeah, that's every James Gunn movie. Positives though, the characters for the most part are really good. I wasn't really blown away by the villain. There's like a couple of them in the movie, and none of them are really great. But I loved the Suicide Squad. They're great. King Shark is my favorite character in the movie. Stallone is excellent in this movie as this stupid shark that doesn't even know what a hand is. He is great in the movie. Loved King Shark. Loved his character. I would love to see a whole movie just about him. Ratcatcher, or Ratcatcher 2. She is fantastic in the movie too. I don't know the actress. She does a great job, and I loved her character. Loved her character. She was great. Her and King Shark were my two favorite characters. I would love to just see a buddy movie about the two of them. They were great. And again, Idris Elba is great. Viola Davis is very good in the movie. John Cena is very good in this film too. He's actually funny, very funny in this movie, and he's a very good villain-ish. Like, again, there's a lot of villains in the movie. It's very weird. But I'd say as his character goes, he's like a hero-ish, but then he turns like more villain-ish. It's weird. He's great in the movie though. I loved John Cena in the movie, and his character is like a sociopathic Captain America, and he's really good. I liked him in the movie, and I can tell they're doing a lot with him in the future, which they kind of build to, and he's really good. And Polka Dot Man was fine. Other members were fine. Rick Flag was okay. I was never a Rick Flag fan, anyways. But the characters, for the most part, do good, and they all have chemistry with each other very well. And as for an entertaining comic book movie, it does its job very well. The action is good. It's bloody. It's violent. It's gory. It's in your face. It's got the badass soundtrack. It's a fun film, but it's not a masterpiece like some people are saying. It is not that great. It's a good movie. It's not a masterpiece. It's not the second coming of Christ. It is not the best superhero film ever made. It's not even as good as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 or 2. I actually like both the Guardians movies more than Suicide Squad. But it is a good movie, and I highly recommend it. It is a fun time at the movies, and it's definitely a film you should see, and you will have a blast with. Like, it's a fun action film, fun action comedy, and it's a lot better than Suicide Squad 2016. So definitely recommend it. Scale 1 to 10, I'd give like a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I didn't love it, but I still really enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend it, and I would definitely see it again. It's a good film. So those are my quick movie reviews of Suicide Squad, Pig, Stillwater, The Mercenary, and the romance film that I can't remember the title for. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and give your thoughts and opinions on all these movies, and yeah, join the dark side.